Parrot has picked Soma and Angela against each other, and I want to take out the ships in the house.
It's always the reaction that follows after the parrot is done talking for me. It throws the house in a state of confusion where everybody was looking at the other person like, who said this? Who said that? Who said this? I can't shout, guys. So immediately after these guys finished their wager presentation, of course, by now you should know that they lost their wager getting into the house. So by the time they were done with the wager presentation, it was already 9, and according to Big Brother, the parrot was going to be spilling by exactly 9 p.m. today. So the parrot came, and as usual, as expected of it, did the Lord's work. This conversation, the first conversation, was between Sheyi and Ike. Yes. So truly, that conversation happened between Ike and Sheyi. Yes, they were talking about the strategy that Parrot was coming up with. Parrot has always wanted for the girls to fight, so that they'll get a strike and they'll be leaving the house gradually. And then he also planned to take out people that were entering ships just to please the viewers, right? So the Parrot spilled that. The Parrot also spilled the part where Soma, I think was Soma was telling someone about Angel, that Angel is actually a sweet girl, but that she has very bad attitude, and he doesn't think that people get to tell her enough how much of a sweet girl she is, stuff like that. But it was his reaction during the time that the parrot was spilling all these things for me. Like, Soba was busy eating in the kitchen, making his food and eating. He did not even send them. Unlike others, they were rushing to this to the position of the parrot, so they would get to hear exactly what parrot is saying and hear it clearly. The likes of Soma and even Sheyi too. Soma was just concentrating on feeding himself to stupor. Did not send them. It was not his business at all. He didn't even go close. He was just busy feeding his tummy. And another person that caught my attention was Sheyi. Sheyi's reaction was also epic. He seemed scared. I don't know why. Yes, but I think he feels somehow that maybe it's always his own conversation that they are spilling or something. I mean, yesterday he was connected to the conversation that was leaked yesterday by the parrot. Today again, the same thing is replaying itself. I feel he feels some type of way about it. I don't know. But then Angel was on one side, somehow raining curses on whoever that called her a sweet girl with bad attitude. She just went on and was saying, if you're the one that said I'm a sweet girl with bad attitude, come out and confess now. I'm giving you 24 hours. Come out. If not, this, that. Meanwhile, she didn't know it was actually her Soma. She didn't know it was actually her someone that made that comment. But yeah, that was that about the parrot review. I just wanted to talk about this parrot before I go into the wager presentation proper. So now let's go back to the wager. For real, this is an all-star season for a reason, and today I get to understand the reason they are called all-stars. Really, these guys pulled up a stellar performance for their wager presentation, even though they lost the wager, of which I think it has to do with some other reasons because they were always fighting and all that. But for this very wager presentation, starting from fraud to Mercy to white money to Ilebaye to Doyin, oh my god, to Cross, they came out in their best element and they gave us a very, very beautiful performance today. They did absolutely well. Like, their performance was amazing. Fraud bodied his role, his kinship role, very well. The tone of his voice, the baritone, everything was just right. It was just super amazing.
Don't worry, Obi. You've ruled for so long.
Mercy gave us a beautiful performance as the queen of the kingdom, the queen that loves her husband to stupor and that is ready to support him through thick and thin. I think at some point they had to sacrifice their only child just so the husband could be more powerful, and all that. So yes, she bodied that role very well. Ilebaye also played the priestess of the village or whatever, and that girl, her performance was lit. It was lit. Big Brother commended her in a very special way. I've forgotten the word he used, but yes, Ilebere did very well. White Money also, oh my god, White Money. Big Brother said in Big Brother's words that it's as if he was a chief priest in his former life. I mean, he did very well. The actors, they did very well. Of course, I can't forget to give accolades to Angel, because she was the one that put all this script together, despite the fact that they fell out at some points and she had to step down. She, Vanita, who again, Sheyi, and someone else, yes, they took a back step. They were like, they're no more doing again. But even while the drama was still going on, we could see Angel step in from time to time to adjust something, to help someone with something, or even when some people forget their lines, Angel is always there to help. She's always very willing to help. She's actually a very sweet girl, just like Soma said. But overall, it was a beautiful, beautiful performance. We give it up to the All Stars housemates. They did a very beautiful job. Even though during the course of the week, while they were still preparing for the wager, they fought a lot of time. There were so many disagreements. But I feel like because they've been in the house before, because they are All Stars, they are used to this wager thing very well. So even if they don't practice very well, they don't get to practice very well during the week, once they get on stage, once it's time for them to deliver, they know exactly what to do. They deliver very well. Although I won't lie, some of the housemates, some of the actors forgot their lines. Someone like Mercy did, yes. I think even though at some points they forgot their lines, and the script writer, the script writer had to step in to remind them their lines. But overall, like I said, it was a beautiful presentation. But yes, they lost the wager. This is the first time they are losing their wager for this season. They lost the wager, and as expected, they're going to go hungry this coming week. Of course, they don't have enough food as it is now. They've been fighting because of food, but the tension is going to get worse for next week, because so many people are going to be, they're just going to struggle very well this week. But let's see how they're able to manage this next week without having supplies from Big Brother. Yes, already Ike and Mercy have already had their first fights after the wager presentation. Mercy was calling him out. I think Big Brother gave them a pizza or something, and they've already had their first argument. So this coming week, is going to be very wild. The only people that are going to not feel it, the only people that will not feel it that much is whoever that comes up that wins the head of house challenge, and then his BFFs. But for the other housemates, the other remaining housemates, they are going to find it very tough this coming week. Let's see how they are able to manage all that. And I know that this is going to make them sit up in the coming week for their wager. When next they are giving wager presentation, they'll sit up and they'll take it more seriously. They won't allow trivial issues, small disagreements to make them lose focus. So I think it's good on one side that they lost this very wager, so they can be able to pay attention to what they are doing, especially during wager presentation, not always pick up fights. They will learn to, how is it called, is it to pick their battle, they will learn to pick their battles very well. Yes, not fight about everything. And even the new head of house for next week would learn to be more firm, and maybe not instigate too much like Ike did. Yes. So yes, that was that about the wager presentation. And guys, before I round off on this video, just after the Parrots finished spilling what he has to spill, Big Brother called Fraud into the diary room, to what is it called, to announce to him that Fraud's wife has put to bed. It's been everywhere on Twitter. Even during the wager presentation, the pictures has been circulating on Twitter. So Fraud's wife gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. So yes, gave birth to a beautiful baby girl just while they were doing the wager presentation. And this was when Big Brother called Fraud and gave him the good news. And my guy, he's always very emotional. He was shedding tears. I feel for him though. I feel for him. So congratulations to Fraud and his wife. Yes, they have a beautiful baby girl named Elena. Yeah. So guys, that's that about this very video. please guys, if you enjoyed this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel if you're yet to be subscribed. Drop your comments in the comment section, and yes, I will see you guys on my next one. Thank you for being here. Bye.